Hi everyone and welcome to another video by Sim Kenny. So this is actually part 2 of the video that I uploaded yesterday, and it's the pink villa. So if we just have a little catch up here of what we did in the last build. So we kind of built the outside structure, decorated some of it, well most of it actually, added in some landscaping as well, and furnished the kitchen and the bar downstairs. And in a second here we'll be jumping into what we'll be working on today, and it is just a 2-part video, so there isn't going to be a part 3. We'll kind of smash through all of this in this part. So the first room that I kind of started with in this video is the living room. So I'm just trying to find the perfect fireplace for it. I had quite a large TV in. And then I also try out a few different sofas, because at first I was going to use those Peacemaker ones, but I feel like the movie hangout sofas just fit a lot better in this build, as they didn't look too modern and they did look a little bit jungly in a way. So I kind of ended up using them, and in general there is actually quite a lot of jungle adventure, well there is a lot of jungle adventure stuff in this, but there's also a lot of movie hangout stuff in this as well. Especially in terms of rugs and so on. I think I've literally used every single rug that they have in those packs, which is quite funny. So we are still on the living room. I don't actually add much more to it than this, just a couple of plants, some lighting and such. I also add in some of those outdoor lights in the inside of the room, and also sort of all over the build, especially those glass ones with a candle in. I just absolutely adore them. I feel like they look great everywhere, so I had to have them in my build. And there's also a lot of candles in this build, which I think just look great. I did have a little bit of a struggle of what this room was going to be, because at first I was thinking of making into a bedroom, but I feel like it wouldn't really make much sense to have one bedroom downstairs and then the rest of the bedrooms upstairs. So I just kind of made it into like a little conference / study room, where you can go and chill out away from the main living room area. And also in the front here I do end up putting a little reception area, because this was styled in a hotel style. So imagine that you'd kind of go there to check in if you were staying at this hotel. So I've kind of used a bar, and then also added in some seating areas under the stairs as well, which I think works quite well. I love that rug as well that's gone under the bar. I feel like it's quite cute, and I've never really used it before because I couldn't really fit it in anywhere before, but apparently this build was the place to do it. I've used a lot of those sort of trees and planters from City Living. I don't really know how you describe them, but I think they look really cool in this build, especially because we do have that little oasis downstairs. So I did kind of want to keep it quite like planty and green on the inside here. So when it comes to decorating the bedrooms, I've kind of used the same furnishings in the different bedrooms. So both of the double rooms have the same furnishings. Both of the deluxe rooms have the same furnishings. The twin rooms actually have different furnishings, because one of the twin rooms is for kids and the other one is for toddlers, but the layout of it is extremely similar. So they've kind of got like little side tables and then a few toys around the place as well. So I do apologize if it is a little bit annoying with me kind of skipping from one side of the build to the other side of the build as I'm trying to build this, but as I kind of pull out the objects that I need, I tend to place them on both sides. I did slightly struggle on fitting stuff in the twin rooms because of how the beds were positioned. They were kind of taking up a lot of space, so I couldn't fit a wardrobe or anything in there. But at the end of the day, you're not really going to have this as a hotel, so you're not really going to have the other rooms locked, so they can still use the wardrobes in the other rooms, and there are plenty, especially in the deluxe rooms, as there is a whole little separate dressing room there, with a chest of drawers and a wardrobe as well. I really actually like the way that the deluxe rooms turned out. I add some seating areas in there, as well as a little vanity table, which I think looks really cute. I would have liked to have it in the dressing room, but I feel like it also does work quite well in the bedroom. So I'm just about to place that here. You can't actually use the vanity table because I didn't put in a normal chair for it. I just added in like a little poof, which was a Peacemaker add-on to the Glamour pack. I can't actually remember what it's called, but it does look pretty there, and I guess if you did ever want to use it, you could just swap it out and put a normal chair in there. So possibly one of the ones that I've used downstairs in the office that'd probably work quite well as well in this build. So yeah, I think we're almost done with pretty much all the bedrooms. I just go in and put some decorations in, but I didn't go too crazy with the decorations. There's just some plants, and then as I mentioned before, the kids' rooms do have some toys in them. But yeah, what do you guys think of the build so far? Would you stay in such a little hotel? I would personally love to. It seems like it's such a little cool hotel. I have never actually been to Morocco or Marrakesh, as I kind of mentioned before. This is what this was inspired by, but I'd really like to go, and if I did find a hotel like this, that would actually be awesome. And I do love everything pink. I'm literally like the most typical basic girl, so having a pink room would be literally amazing in a hotel. So this would definitely be one of the places that I would personally stay, and I would really enjoy staying here. And I can just imagine like chilling out by the pool constantly, having drinks in that little bar I've put there. And I do love a good spa, so the spa room would be extremely appropriate for me. But yeah, so back to the build, just adding in some carpets here. I've actually used a lot of carpets that I never normally use, and I've really enjoyed using them, because normally I just have like one go-to pink carpet, and I feel like I've really branched out here. So I do love that Strangerville carpet, but I did use quite a lot of City Living carpets in here. And then I also pull out this vampire carpet, which I've never used before, because I think the swatch on the actual image of it doesn't look that great, but if you go through all the swatches, there is that light swatch which does look awesome. I feel like it does fit this room really, really well. So in terms of the bathrooms do kind of look the same. So I've used the same units, the same toilets, the same sink, and so on. The deluxe rooms only have a bath in them, but all of the other ensuite rooms do have a shower. So there's plenty of showers on the slot, and also plenty of baths. Probably didn't need to put an ensuite with every room, but in terms of a hotel, this is kind of what you would expect, and hotel bathrooms normally are just kind of the same in all of the little rooms. So I feel like it's appropriate to have them the same. So in a second here, we'll kind of move on to the lighting in this place. And I don't know about you, but I always leave my lighting until last, just because I feel like I've got to decorate everything, and then the lights will kind of come on accordingly. And also I always switch to night mode for lighting, just so I can kind of judge how it's going to work, how lit up something's actually going to be, and I don't want to constantly like keep switching between night and day mode, really. Yeah, I love these outside lights that I've actually pulled out. Don't think I've ever used them before either. I think they came with Get Together, if I remember correctly. And I just think they look really, really cool as like a little wall light that you could have outside as a nice sort of decorative piece. And then in the sort of lobby area over here, I do try and add a big sort of like 2-story ceiling light, although I feel like they never really work properly in The Sims. I feel like it hasn't actually given any light to below, so I did stick in some of those little wall lights as well in the entranceway. I do try and add some lighting to the outside of this build, but I just couldn't really get it to look right. I feel like lights that you put outside that aren't outside lights just never really light up anything. So I did kind of add them in here, but it was somewhat pointless in a way. But at least it looks like it's meant to be nice and it's meant to be there. And then for the bathrooms, I've just kind of gone for those flying saucer lights, and then I used some Peacemaker lights in the bedrooms as well. In terms of the flooring, there is a lot of tile in this whole build, and the only rooms that kind of don't have tile are the bedrooms, just because I think it'd be a little bit weird to have tile in the bedrooms. So I've just gone for like a white wood flooring, which is quite simple, but I feel like it works really well. In terms of wallpaper in this build, it's mostly just the same pink, and then I've given the different types of rooms different sort of what are they called, like feature walls, that's the one. Different feature walls, and then I do go a little bit crazy with the downstairs where there's just a lot of patterns all over the place. I do love using that tile that we got in Jungle Adventure. I feel like it worked really well in this build, and it is just a cool tile overall. I'm really happy that we got some showers that match with it, because I do use it quite a lot in the bathrooms. And then at this point, about a second ago, I realized that there was no downstairs toilet, which would have been a little bit of an issue in The Sims. So I kind of had to quickly go ahead and fix that, because you don't want your Sims running upstairs when they're desperate for the toilet. But yeah, we are almost at the end of this build. So I hope you enjoy the screenshots. I hope you've enjoyed this build. Leave a like and comment below, and subscribe. That would be really, really nice. And I hope that you enjoy these screenshots. All right, until next time, bye.